Welcome to the lecture series of Mechanics of Solids. In today's lecture, we will learn about composition of forces and parallelogram law of forces. So let us start with composition of forces. Composition of forces, the process of finding out resultant of a number of given forces is called composition of forces. So when in any system of forces, suppose many forces are given, and if we find the resultant of all these forces, so that process of finding the resultant of number of given forces, that is called composition of forces. Here two forces are there, P1 and Q1, which are acting on this point O. So now if we determine the resultant R of these two forces, so that process is called composition of forces. Now we will see methods of finding the resultant of forces. Methods of composition of forces. There are basically two methods of composition of forces, analytical methods and graphical methods. In analytical method, three different methods are there: parallelogram law of forces, resolution of forces, and triangle law of forces. And in graphical method, there are two methods, that is triangle law of forces and polygon law of forces. So now let us try to learn about parallelogram of law of forces to find the resultant of two forces. So this is the statement of parallelogram law of forces. Let us try to understand it. Here two forces P and Q are there. The angle between these two forces is, let us say, theta. This parallelogram of law of forces is applicable only for two forces. It is not applicable if more than two forces are there. By this method, we can determine resultant of any two forces. So when two forces are given and we know the angle between them, we can apply this law. According to this law, if two forces acting simultaneously on a particle like this, here two forces P and Q are acting on this particle simultaneously. This is particle O on which these two forces are acting. So if two forces acting simultaneously on a particle be represented in magnitude and direction by the two adjacent sides of parallelogram, means if these two forces P and Q are represented by two adjacent sides of parallelogram, we know parallelogram is a geometrical figure in which the opposite sides are equal and parallel. So here, if we could represent these two forces P and Q by two adjacent sides of parallelogram with magnitude and direction, it means this P is represented according to the magnitude of this P with some scale, and this Q is represented by this force Q by the same scale, and direction means the angle between them is remain constant theta. So the resultant may be represented in magnitude and direction by the diagonal of the parallelogram which passes through their point of intersection. So the resultant R can be determined as the diagonal which passing through the intersection of these two forces according to the magnitude and direction. So from this length and the scale, we can determine the magnitude of resultant force, and from this we can determine the direction of resultant force. So in this method, two forces which are acting simultaneously on a particle are to be represented as two adjacent sides of parallelogram with their magnitude and direction, and the resultant can be determined by the diagonal which passing through the intersection of these two sides of parallelogram with their magnitude and direction. So this is the parallelogram of law of forces. Now we want to derive the equation for parallelogram law of forces. So let us try to derive the equation for parallelogram of law of forces. Here two forces P and Q are given which are acting on this particle. Here we have represented these two forces P and Q by the two sides of parallelogram. So we have drawn a line parallel to P and line parallel to Q to complete the parallelogram. Now we have drawn the diagonal R which is passing through the intersection of P and Q, which is the resultant of P and Q. Theta is equal to the angle between P and Q. From point C, the foot of perpendicular is drawn on this line. So this side OA is extended and the foot of perpendicular is drawn from the point C, which meet the base at point D. Now we know this is right angle triangle, and here the angle between this P and Q is theta. So angle between the extension of this line and this side will be theta. Now from the trigonometry we know that this force is Q, so this side will also be equal to Q. And from the trigonometry we know that this is Q, this angle is theta, so this component will be Q cos theta and this component will be Q sin theta. Now let us consider this triangle ODC. Now in this triangle ODC we know that D is right angle, so this triangle ODC is right angle triangle and we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So according to Pythagoras theorem, OC square is equal to OD square plus CD square. So let us apply the Pythagoras theorem here. According to Pythagoras theorem, OC square that will be equal to OD square plus CD square. Now this side OD, we can write OD that is equal to OA plus AD. So rewrite it. So instead of this OD, the complete length, we have wrote OA plus AD. Now from this triangle, we know that OC that is equal to resultant R. So here we can write R square that is equal to OA. So we know that OA that is P. So here we can write P plus this AD that is equal to Q cos theta. So I'll write Q cos theta here. DC that is equal to Q sin theta. We can expand this. So here we have expanded this. Now let us simplify this. Now it is rearranged and Q square is taken common from this two term. So here it is sin square theta plus cos square theta, and we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta that is equal to 1. So here it is rewritten, and now let us rearrange it. Taking square root on both the sides, we get the final equation of R, resultant force, that is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So the angle alpha which the resultant makes with P can be obtained as, here in this triangle we can take tan alpha. Tan alpha is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side. So it will be CD upon OD. So that is written here CD upon OD. Now OD, that is equal to OA plus AD. So it is equal to P plus Q cos theta. So OA, that is P, and AD, that is Q cos theta. It is written here. So finally we can get tan alpha is equal to, so finally we can write tan alpha is equal to Q sin theta upon P plus Q cos theta. And this is the equation of R. So these are the two important equation for parallelogram of law of forces. From this equation we can work out the magnitude of resultant, and from this we can work out the direction. So this equation will be very helpful for solving the problem related to parallelogram law of forces, which we will solve in the next lecture. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubt or query, please write in the comment box. I will be very happy to help you. Thank you. Thank you very much.